Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Amy, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, all beings of the highest and purest white light, only with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Hey y'all, what's up? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, welcome to any new subscribers. Welcome back to my beautiful subscribers who are already here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you so very much for coming, and thanks for coming back. So this is a Hathor message, okay? I'm gonna get this overall energy first. When I seen 11, okay, when I was saying the intro, okay, and so you got a very strong intuition, okay, very powerful third eye. I feel like you having a manifestation party in your life at this time. You've come home to yourself, and you really truly are merged with the divine, okay, just like out here being a realm bringer, really like aligned with the power of the universe, being very magnetic, attracting a lot of things. You are free, my love. You have unlocked these new blueprints in your DNA, and you're just unlocking more and more, okay? Like you really are tapped in and connected to the ethers in a major way at this time, okay? Like you could have had a higher heart activation as well. Yeah, you have very beautiful and unique gifts, my love, okay? And then this is the number 55, so I feel like there are a lot of big changes coming in surrounding these beautiful, unique gifts that you have, okay? Like, people want a piece of you, baby, okay? Yeah, look, higher heart chakra, ecstatic bliss, okay? Harmonic flight, giving this energy of infinity, right? This infinite balanced nature that you carry within yourself. You're very tapped in and connected to the earth, okay? Like, you've just been focused on this journey to wholeness the entire time, and that's why you've been unlocking these blueprints the way that you've been unlocking them, okay? And that's why you're fucking free, okay? You're so free, so beautiful. And I feel like you really appreciate life, you know, like you're really happy to be alive, okay? Yeah, you're sitting on a secure foundation when I part the deck. Come on. But I'm gonna shuffle this a little bit. I shuffle them really well before I start, but I like y'all to see me shuffling, okay? Because let you know it's real, baby. Okay, so what's going on the outside of them? Oh, that's a lot. We got Aquarius, okay? We got Scorpio. We got Justice Prevails. And we got Breaking Up Happy Homes, Chaos Agent Homewrecker, okay? So there's a homewrecker out here. We got justice, that justice has prevailed over, okay? And this homewrecker could have been trying to ruin your life, all because they put you on some sort of pedestal. But you're a master of like cleansing and clearing your energy, so it makes it very hard for anyone to like bind you or hold you back, or, you know, attach to you in any kind of way. Somebody could be very fake religious, okay? This could be somebody that you work with, okay? Or just somebody that you know, or that you like took the time to get a little bit closer with, okay? Yeah, so wrongs corrected, justice being served, court case one, okay? I don't know. With the court case, that don't make me feel real court case energy. That make me feel like maybe you've been out here like having to stand up for your reputation or what kinds of things you're into. Somebody could have been putting a whole lot of rumors or gossip out about you. You could be a Scorpio or an Aquarius, or that could be the person that been doing all of this gossiping and shit. But you were meant to touch the world with your gifts, you know. We got blood sacrifice. People could have been trying to make you some sort of sacrifice in the past. People that made deals with devil, okay? Cancer is highly significant. Muslim is highly significant. Somebody enjoys watching others suffer, okay? Yeah, but they went the wrong way when they thought they was finna sit around and watch your ass suffer, okay? So now they want to fight. They want to fight you. They don't like you, okay? Somebody wants to get into some sort of verbal or physical altercation with you, okay? They want to have some sort of disagreement with you so they can like call the authorities on you or get you into some sort of trouble, okay? But they're just a big ass clout chaser, okay? Trying to show out and shine on you in front of others, trying to really affect the way that others see you, okay? So my note is La Vie Boheme, okay? That's from a song from Rent. And I started singing that randomly one day. And I was like, what does that even mean? So, I went and looked it up, okay? So, La Vie Bohème is a French phrase that translates to the bohemian life in English. It refers to a lifestyle characterized by artistic pursuits, unconventional living, and a rejection of mainstream norms. So I feel like it's la vie boheme for you, like you could be living like a more bohemian type of lifestyle, kind of unconventional, not really a follower. You don't really care about the fads or what's going on or what's super popular, or even if you do, sometimes I think you pick and choose. You pick it because you like it, not because everyone else is doing it. And I feel like whoever this chaos agent is, they could be like quite the follower. They could do things just because other people are doing it and wonder why, like they're never happy. It says the term is famously associated with the musical Rent, where the title of a song celebrating this very lifestyle. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty much it, okay? It says it involves living on the fringes of society, pursuing artistic passions, and valuing experiences over material possessions. So whoever this chaos agent is in your life, they're very they're very materialistic, okay? They value materials over experiences in life. It's like what they have determines, in that what they have in that moment determines if they appreciate this part of life or not. Like the kind of person where, like one bad thing happens while they're doing a once in a lifetime thing, and now the once in a lifetime thing that they got the joy and honor of doing is ruined because one bad thing happened that day. Somebody that really holds on to things, they don't really release, they don't let things go, okay? Tell us a little bit more about this chaos agent. Pregnant, somebody could be pregnant, okay? Or they could be expecting a baby, because it could totally be a man, right? They could be expecting a baby. Somebody could have really long hair, okay? We got twin flames. This chaos agent could be a false twin flame. Somebody trying to wreck your new home or whatever new happiness you get, trying to interfere with you and your beautiful, unique gifts. Jeez, somebody could have straight hair, okay? We got street fashion, okay? So somebody could, I don't know, dress very street, dress down, but like in a very fashionable way. I'm hearing like, J's and jeans and fitted hats, okay? So it's definitely man energy that I'm getting, even though all these women coming out. We got blue eyes, but they could just have like different color eyes. Hazel eyes is calling me, okay? Green eyes, okay? Or like really light brown eyes, which is hazel eyes, okay? We got the sharp face, okay? Somebody could have like a sharp face, like very defined, like edge, cheekbones and shit like that, okay? What else? We got black clothing, okay? Somebody could wear a lot of black. And we got long nails at the bottom of the deck, okay? So I'm getting man energy, but it could totally be a woman who's like in a really masculine energy, okay? Yeah, we got curly hair. Somebody can have curly hair. Somebody can have like a significant scar or tattoo or some marking that like stands out to you, okay? We got individuality though, okay? We're checking in the last one too. I think you really embrace your individuality and everything that makes you special. Also, some of these could be describing you. You could be pregnant. You could have long straight hair, or you could wear a lot of black. You could be really into like street fashion and different styles and things like that, okay? You could wear like a lot of handkerchiefs, or like have this bohemian like style, you know what I mean? The hippie style. Yeah, we got star power, okay, at the bottom of the deck, okay, we're keeping that. It says, being placed under the spotlight to draw people in to receive words of guidance, healing, and wisdom, liberating others with knowledge. So this is what you're definitely meant to do, meant to liberate other people with your knowledge. You're very high ranking, baby, okay? You got high rank, and this chaos agent is a low level demon, okay? A shapeshifter right here is what it says, okay? It says, which is funny because Hermes was talking about a shapeshifter in the reading before this, so that might resonate with you too, okay? It says your spiritual rank based on your physical age, But okay, your physical rank based not on your physical age, but by spiritual experiences, your position within the spiritual realms. It said, and low level demons as a demonic force whose skills are less advanced or effective and easy to detect. It may take a gang of them to attack one spiritual warrior. So this home wrecker might have friends, helpers, people that are getting this karma right along with them, okay? They're all learning a very big karmic lesson at this time about fucking with you and fucking with people like you, okay? It says the things and situations that we did not learn from the past, repeat lessons with the same or different people until we learn them. So these people or this person, this chaos agent, this homewrecker, they're caught in some sort of cycle. They could have an entity attachment. They could be like possessed, okay? And they could act really weird, like when they get drunk. I don't know why I'm getting that energy, but like somebody could get blackout drunk and just act like a totally different person because they got an entity attachment, okay? It says being under the influence of demonic forces, either against your will or through consent, operating under a weakened spiritual state, okay? And we got ascending, okay? So you are constantly in this state of ascension, and I feel like this person with this possession, this fucking chaos agent, they are operating out of a more weakened spiritual state, You rise above competitors, enemies, demonic forces, obstacles, etc. You make it hard for others to negatively access you. And that is why this person is like, oh, fuck this. I'm going to cause chaos and ruin this person's life. Look at the evil eye. It says a look given to inflict harm, bad luck, or suffering onto another person, to curse someone through the eyes out of jealousy, envy, or malintent. And then we got angels. I feel like your angels are really protecting you from any low-level demons or anyone sending you evil eye at this time, okay? Divine beings are watching over you to provide you with guidance, protection, and healing when you need it the most, You are very high-ranking, very tapped into this divine energy, and this low-level demon does not have a chance, never did. What's a low-level demon in karmic lessons? We got cosmic origins, because you come from straight up cosmic origins, baby. Like, you're so beautiful. I'm hearing that if I was you, I'd hate me too, okay? And I feel like you can be confident, you know what you carry. You're very aware of the power that you hold, and the way you express your gifts is pissing people off, okay? It says having otherworldly origins, star seeds, indigo children, chosen ones, light workers, etc., incarnating to help the collective evolve. What's karmic lessons in possession? We got the Dark Lord. Come on. So this chaos agent worked for the Dark Lord. That's why they're so mad, right? It says followers of the Baphomet, the horned god, the goat Lucy, secret societies and organizations, members of the Church of Satan. And I did say it takes a group of them to attack one spiritual warrior. And honestly, from La Vie Boheme, for a second, I was getting like cult energy, This same thing could be true for this person. Like, they live outside of the norm, outside of what's acceptable to society, but in a dark way, Like, they could be into like really dark rituals and group sex and shit like that, okay? What's possession and ascending? We got dreams, okay? So they could be trying to like get into your dreams, okay? But your dreams cannot be broken into, first of all, because I hope you be saying your prayers before you go to bed. But also, your dreams carry very important messages for personal growth and healing and direction. So somebody could be just trying to like hack into your dreams to gain information about you, or people, places, and things around you, or where you're meant to go in the future, or trying to like pick up on your channeled messages. Yeah, you could be feeling this intuitively, okay? We got Judas, we got competitors, and we got forgiveness. I feel like you understand that some people are just traitorous and you refuse to compete with that. And I said at the beginning, I seen 11. You got a very strong intuition, okay? Yeah, and it helps you overcome any and all obstacles, and you always do it in perfect timing because you believe in divine time and you really truly follow that. And then we got Babalawo and Spirit Team, so I feel like when it does come to like any secrets or anything that's hidden or anything like that, your Spirit Team, they really keep you you up on game. You know, the warriors of light who watch over you from the heavens. They bring you guidance, protection, clarity, and healing, and the truth all the time, okay? Your spirit guides, your ancestors, etc. And this chaos agent is sort of like trapped in this matrix mentality while you over here, you know, receiving all this ancient knowledge and using your psychic gifts for the best. Didn't I say somebody gets really drunk and acts an ass, okay? Because they're an empty vessel and you have these gifts and you just fucking know, like, you know, so many different things, okay? You're a lover, you know, you're a lover of everyone, even a lover of the people who are hurt and who are like, you know, operating out of this kind of energy. I feel like you're really understanding of them. You might be a little tired of dealing with the asses, but I don't think that you let it get in the way of your celebration of life and the way that you collect your very fabulous and amazing experiences that you get the chance to have. And that's why this chaos agent is under judgment, okay? They could be watching you very closely, waiting for you to get some sort of specific justice. They know you're headed to like a beautiful destination with this chariot energy. They know you've earned some sort of powerful new beginning. This person could even be in your family, okay? But this is giving me spirit team energy with the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Like I said, your spirit team are making sure that you get everything that you deserve and that you're not affected by this chaos that this person is trying to bring into your life. And they're like really bogged down and chained to their burdens and chained to the things that they refuse to release. This is someone with like a really heavy heart right now, okay? So like, continue to move on into this calm waters with the Six of Swords and continue to not be afraid to do things alone or independently, because I think that that has really helped you a lot over the years. With star power, rank, and evil eye, we got the Queen of Swords, okay? I think your mind is really in a beautiful and amazing and balanced place, and it's really hard for these people that are sending you the evil eye to manipulate you. There's a lot of beautiful things coming your way. And I think that this low-level demon thought that they were going to be able to affect the way that people see you, to stop you from walking away from things that don't serve you with the Eight of Cups energy. What's karmic lessons, the Dark Lord, and possession? Excuse me, we got the Nine of Wands, okay? So I don't know, somebody is tired of being a puppet for the Dark Lord, but there's no getting out of that, right? They're trapped. I mean, there is some getting out of that, I guess. You know, I've seen it lots of times where people be like, you know, I was a witch and I was, you know, kidnapping people, I was doing all of this, and then, you know, I came to the Lord, you know, so I guess it's possible, you know, everybody is deserving of forgiveness, but I don't think that this person is aware that forgiveness and, you know, repenting and all of that is like the way to get out of this thing that they're tired of. I think they feel like they're stuck, like they're trapped, like they're a slave to this demonic energy. That's crazy. Yeah, we got the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe this energy promised them something if they could keep you from ascending, or if they were able to like get information from you, and now it's like this demonic energy is turning their back. This person's entity attachment is sort of like trying to release them, or not really necessarily using them for anything big, just kind of like tormenting them. What's the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles? We got the Knight of Cups, okay? And here you are just out here offering love to every situation that you find yourself in or anything that you go through, you know. And that's why all the wrongs are being corrected and why justice is being served in this way, because you stay on the up and up. You do what you're supposed to do. What's the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands? We got the Ace of Swords, okay? You stay on the up and up. You do what you're supposed to do. You trust in the divine intelligence that gets placed into your energy, and you really truly follow that. And you have these very powerful, unique gifts that I feel like you really can't ignore, you know? And so this really all just keeps you on track, you know? And people might look at you and feel like your life is chaotic, or it's crazy, or it's a mess. But I think that you really thrive when you're doing a lot of different things. or when you have a lot of different things going on, like you really are great under pressure. And if people think that they're going to come in and cause some more chaos for you to just figure out and handle, I feel like like, it's a don't threaten me with a good time type of energy. I feel like you thrive when there are challenges or when there are issues. Like you're great when it comes to like going around things that are standing in your way. I feel like the divine really truly does help you to move these mountains, and you always come out shining on the other end of things. What's the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands? We got the Two of Cups. And also you're very careful about who you exchange energy with. Like I said, very, very powerful and unique gifts, and you follow your intuition. You get those intuitive nudges immediately when you're exchanging energy with someone who doesn't heal themselves or love themselves. What's the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles? We got the King of Pentacles, okay? So I feel like you're looking very rich. You could feel very stable. You could be about to attract a lot of things when it comes to like your earthly matters and the things that you're handling in this realm. And that's why this chaos agent is being blocked out like so heavily. Like, because I think maybe they were looking at you like now is the perfect time or whatever, or maybe they thought that you was falling off or you wasn't finna get back to doing what it is that you do. And it was like playing the waiting game, like just sitting around waiting for you to fail at fulfilling your wishes so they can come in and amp up all the magic and make you go crazy and like take yourself out or some bullshit like that. It's always a stupid plan with these folks. But justice prevails like it always does. I don't know why they keep expecting something different. Okay, what's the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles? And I've told you guys before, we got temptation, okay? I've told you guys before, like the only difference between a hero and a villain is their intentions, is what they choose to do with their power. That's what determines who comes out on top in the end, And I feel like you have these like hero traits, these hero qualities, this integrity, and you can't be tempted into that dark lord type of energy. Like you just don't thrive there, you just don't belong there, and you're very aware of it, and it's really easy for you to stay away from it and out of it. Like what's the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Swords? We got new beginnings, because you're just focused on these new beginnings, And I feel like when you look over your past and you look through the things that you've been through, you have this beautiful outlook on it, Like you're really not necessarily proud of everything that you've done in your life, or every single place or decision that you ended up having to make, or every place you ended up at, is what I was saying. But it's like you remember these things as the things that built you up, as the things that made you stronger, as the things that taught you the valuable lessons that got you to being this place and being this person that you are now. And it's just really great. And I feel like this chaos agent, they're kind of ashamed of all of the choices that they make. They don't really have very much faith or very much will to like do something better, or have this belief in themselves that they can do something good. Like as far as they're concerned, their life has been completely shit. They can't really find any happy or loving memories in their past, and they're not really in the state of mind where they're just like, oh well, those things made me stronger, I'm gonna go forward and make new memories and make new things happen. What's the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles? We got material and spiritual prosperity, And the way that you look at your past and everything that you've been through is the reason why you're so attractive and why you're so gifted, You really stand your ground with a positive, loving energy that brings you so much power and keeps you tapped into the angelic realm. What's new beginnings and memories of love? Ooh, we got the base chakra, like I said, a beautiful, amazing, and secure foundation, very grounded energy, very, very attractive energy, okay? Yeah, disruption reversed. Period. There is no disruption when it comes to you. You are in alignment, and anyone trying to disrupt that alignment is in for a very rude awakening and a whole lot of karma, okay? Yeah, we got shadow. I feel like when it comes to like your light and dark aspects of yourself, you're very balanced in those things. You're not in this place where you're trapped in fear. And like I said, you got a very strong intuition. You follow that with like no matter what. I feel like you've gotten to the place where you're overrating your intuition and you're just like following it no matter what nobody says, and you could be feeling the best you ever felt because of those choices and decisions that you've made for yourself. And that's why no one could break up your happy home or your relationship that you have with yourself or with the divine, because hello, you're amazing. Look at the intuition at the bottom of this deck, okay? Okay, beautiful as intuition, okay? What's temptation, new beginnings, and stand your ground? Very accurate intuition, okay? We got a tete with worthiness, okay? You know your worth, you know your value, and that's why it's impossible to cause chaos or to wreck your home, okay? What's new beginnings, memories of love, and base chakra? We got pleasure, okay? So there's a lot of pleasure coming in, a lot of beautiful, due to the way that you follow your intuition, because this pleasure is the number 11, you know, like that is everything. Like you've really found your natural rhythm. Like I said in the beginning, you know, you're in alignment with the universe, and it just makes it so hard to attack you or to make anything other than justice prevail in your life, because you don't deserve anything other than justice, and you're aware of it. What's memories of love, material and spiritual prosperity, and disruption in reverse? We got grief, okay, with Allah. I feel like you've had times in the past where you've been disrupted and you've gone through your grieving period over who you used to be. So it's hard to like try to attach some sort of negative mentality to you or to make you start thinking negatively about yourself. Like I said, it is the memories of love that you have about yourself and your growth, and the way that you reflect over your journey, the way you embrace your testimony and everything that makes you you, and follow your intuition based on that, that gets you everywhere that you need to go, okay? What's worthiness and pleasure? And this person is so mad. They mad, okay? We got the Queen of Sheba, okay? And it says secrets revealed. And I feel like that could be why this person is mad. Like, you could actually use your very unique gifts out in public. They could feel very exposed by you, by the things that you talk about. And you don't even have to say no names, right? You don't even have to say no names or, like, put anybody on blast. I think that, like, it's clear to see, like, who did what when they watch your shit, you know? And that could definitely like probably resonate with me, you know? Like they just feel guilty is what it is. Like you don't even have to be talking about them at all. But when they see what you're saying, you know, even if you just like post little quotes or whatever up on the internet, you know, people just assume you're like sneak dissing them or talking about them because they're so self-centered. You know what I mean? And they just feel like, oh, everything is about them. You must be talking about me. You know, like I know I'm in the spotlight in your life. Like, no, you're not. You're not that important. I don't think about you enough to plan nothing around you. That's crazy. And so I think that's it's like now people are realizing that you don't think about them that much, and they're kind of butthurt about that, so they want to like, you know, wreck your tent. You know, I'm hearing what was that, Baby Boy, when the little boy built a fort and he was like, fuck your fort, and he kicked all of the pillows down and shit because he was a hater because the little boy mama didn't want him. You know, like this is like the kind of vibes. Like what's pleasure and grief? We got wounded healer, period. This is what I was explaining, you know. Like you're aware that you've been wounded in the past and you've been through a lot of negative things, but you chose healing, and you've become like this beautiful, evolved, wounded healer version of the self, and have awakened so many beautiful gifts within yourself, and you're just expecting miracles. You don't have time to entertain anybody who's going to bring more of the energy of betrayal into your life. You're just not gonna play no games with them. And I feel like you're being very brazen, very bold when it comes to you living out loud and the energy that you express. And you don't have time for people who are showing a whole bunch of resistance to you and the beautiful power that you carry and your connections to your divine lineage. I feel like you choose freedom. Like you choose the freedom that is not entertaining the bullshit. And I love that, okay? Whew. What else? It says you did not wake up today to be fucking average, period. And that's why this chaos agent is angry, right? Because every day you wake up and you're special, you're unique, you express your gifts, and you are far from average, you know, and they just wish you was average, you was boring, you were basic, that you didn't have anything going on, and that you didn't shine in this star power the way that you do. But it's like, what would they do if you wasn't shining? They would still be hating. They would still be hating if you was just basic and didn't do shit. You just went to work and came back and took care of yourself. They would still be hating because it's not you or anything that you're doing that makes this chaos agent a hater. It's everything that they feel within themselves and their choices that they've made as far as, you know, who, what kind of energy they follow or allow into their energy, you know. It says you will get there, you're going to do great today, you know. And I feel like every day you wake up and you give yourself that kind of motivation. Every day you wake up and you speak very nicely to yourself, you motivate yourself to do the things that you do, you know. I mean, not to say, you know, spirit don't be doing it too, because I know that you get a lot of motivation from your guides and things like that. But it all starts with you. You know, you wouldn't be in a position to receive so many downloads and nudges and guidance if you didn't make those choices for yourself every day. Making those kind of choices to love yourself in that way is what attracts that kind of guidance from your divine guides, you know, and opens you up more to receiving it on like a more powerful scale, or like to a play to receive it in a way that is much more obvious than it was at the beginning of your journey. And it's something that you earned. It's a part of your justice, okay? It says if love turns lonely, let go. And this one says you are magic, own that shit, you know? And I feel like whoever this chaos agent is, because I was just thinking that too, that because I said it could be a man. It could be a man, you know? Or somebody that you were in a relationship with. Maybe they got somebody else pregnant or whatever, you know. Somebody that you was with all the time but was just feeling lonely, you know. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a lover. Like I keep telling y'all, put it where the fuck it fits, okay? Whoever this is, they just want to ruin everything. They just want to kick down your fort, kick down your sand castle, you know. Like just hater. They a hater. Like they on some hater shit, okay? They need to find a way, not an excuse, okay? That's what this say, okay? And this says, I am my own cheerleader. That's what I'm saying. You find a way to get through things. You don't find excuses or go backwards in your journey and go back further into the dark and descend just to learn something or to advance yourself. And that makes this person very angry, and that's the reason why you are fucking powerful, because that's what this one says. It says, I am fucking powerful. And it says, don't try to fit in. You were born to stand out, you know? So it's like this chaos agent is upset because you refuse to fit in, like I said, or be basic or be boring or be somebody that's predictable that they can like outshine. What's the final thought on this? Because he's reading today. Yeah, so they feel like they're the trickiest, okay? But you are defending yourself very well, okay? With this Scorpio energy, you know, I feel like you put a death to anything that don't serve you, and you do it in a powerful way to where that energy doesn't come back around to you. We got protect, okay? And that's why you protect it. Period. And we got heal, okay? So continue to protect your own energy. Continue to work on your healing the way that you do, you know. Continue to communicate with the divine who provides any and everything that you need when it comes to physical stability and attracting things to yourself. You could be extremely clairaudient. You could be hearing like a lot of high pitch ringing in your ears at this time. And also, I think releasing fear was a very big thing, a very big step for you in this journey, and that's something that you've overcome. You might still have like a fear or two about certain things, but I think that you're still working on overcoming them, and you will be victorious. And here's more of that death energy, Okay, baby. Like, your energy is amazing, and I feel like you're on the hunt for the best life that you could possibly have, and you're not about to let this home record ruin shit. This a koala. They be putting, yeah. They be calling the animals like the original names and shit sometimes. So I'll be finding it in the book. So it says this card represents protection from harm and comfort in difficult times. Unlike the Scorpion card, this card encourages a caring and reassuring form of protection, often associated with caregivers. This card is the protection of a safe place, a thick blanket rather than a suit of armor. And it's like you got all this energy, and people look at you and they think they can just run in and just attack you. Like, it's going to be easy to cause chaos, or it's going to be easy to just tear you down. But you got this thick blanket of love on you, and not necessarily like this heavy suit of armor. It's like you're open and you're free. Not to say you're like available to attack, but your guards are not up, and you're not defensive, and you don't feel the need to like have to prove or have to explain yourself to anyone. And that protects you much more than like having your guards up and not dealing with anything at all, right? It says, despite its bear-like appearance, the koala is a marsupial. As with most marsupials, koalas care for their young using an abdominal pouch, keeping them safe, close, warm, and nourished. Then that's the way that spirit keeps you. You know what I mean? Right in their pouch, okay? Safe and warm and close and nourished and protected every day and all day. And they wish a nigga would run up and try to attack their young, okay? It says koalas tend to avoid energy-heavy, hostile behavior unless it is necessary, but can be aggressive and territorial when forced. The koala card represents comforting protection, okay? It says, sadly, many myths and legend of Australian Aboriginal peoples have been lost due to their recent tragic history. One surviving story from the Gumbagner, I think is how you say it, people of New South Wales is that of the Great Flood, in which a little boy uses koala intestines to create a bridge between the islands that emerged from receding flooded waters. After the bridge was built, the people of Africa joined those of Australia, and the different Aboriginal tribes were born. And this energy of like building a bridge from koala intestines, that's crazy. But it just gives me like this energy of this disruption being reversed, you going through all of these very dark times and doing things that you necessarily didn't want to do but needed to do in order to survive, or in order to connect with this energy of oneness. And people not really being able to like affect that, people not being able to take away what you have built or what you have started for yourself, and that like causing a lot of chaos in their own minds because it's backfiring, because they're trying to send chaos your way, okay? It says, much like modern conservation efforts to keep the koala from extinction, this card promotes conservation of nature, protection of culture, and caring for others, okay? So the shadow reading says that the koala gets very little energy from their diet, so the creatures conserve their energy through slow movement and regular rest, okay? And so that could be the deal with this person. It's like they're trying to send all this chaos at you, trying to attack you, such a very powerful being, but like their diet is off. They not even consuming all of the divine energy they need to be receiving. They're not even feeding themselves enough love. They're not even feeding themselves enough attention. They moving way slow, like you lapping them, you running circles around this slow ass chaos agent. It says, consequently, the koala is often associated with laziness and lethargy, okay? This people is lazy. This person is lazy and they feel like, oh, you do all of this to like make them look bad, but I feel like it doesn't matter what you do. It's not hard to make them look bad because they lazy and they don't fucking do nothing. And when they get the opportunity to do something, they got all these excuses of why they can't do it and why they can't move forward or why they can't try something new or what get on their nerves and why they don't want to put forth no effort. It says a shadow reading of this card may indicate protection without teeth. It is an offer of safety and comfort without sustaining the offer with action, care, effort, and defense. So I feel like I said before, you're not really on the defense and you don't really have to be, because it's like, as hard as these people feel like they're trying, they're really quite lazy about trying to get you. You know what I mean? They're really very lazy and not too motivated about doing shit in their own lives. And so, like, they would never be granted the power that it takes to take you down, right? Because they don't deserve it. Like, for what? And what have you done to them to deserve to get taken down? Not a damn thing. All you did was be awesome and be a star and ascend. And that's just not my problem. I told y'all that song is always in my head now. My problems, like for real, that shit's not my problem. Okay. So with that, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day. That you got something that you need out of this, and I will see you later, my love. Bye.